Here we go. Hello.
Yeah.
How are you, Sean?
I'm fine. I'm this quarantine angle I've decided is going to be my quarantine angle, but it's not particularly flattering.
I love it.
For a man of my age. You think so?
Well, I
feel
was
like
just
the
thinking the
camera should
same.
be here, Phil.
It's all about the double chin, isn't it? Not that you've got that.
Yeah,
but
I'm just going to try and
thinking
make
the
myself...
camera's quite low.
Yeah, there you go. It's like 10 years younger.
You look great. Now, I have quite an important question for you, Sean. Are you suitably lubricated?
Do you know what? It's really odd. I've got like a bottle of water.
Really, girl?
I'm kind of like, I know there's something fundamentally wrong about that whole statement. I do apologise to everyone listening. Yeah, I'm just kind of hydrating, which seems quite bonkers for me. But I think, well, there's definitely a bottle of red wine with my name on it floating around, which I'm
Absolutely.
sure.
Well, you've always got one here.
Thank you. A virtual, incredible glass of red. Oh, just there. I'm going to grab it.
Let's pass it around. Let's share the love.
Give it to me. Give it to me. Amazing.
I shouldn't be quick to judge because I don't know what your shopping situation is like. I don't know if you've managed to do like a weekly shop or a bi-weekly shop or whatever. I mean, it's just so impossible, isn't it, to do your shopping, especially booze shopping.
Literally like exactly. But I think what's really amazing about this whole thing is so many people have just become real wizards in the kitchen. I mean, I'm just like. Lunch and dinner have, for me, become these real, like, cornerstones of my day, where I'm like, okay, it's dinner time, I'm getting in the kitchen, I'm going to do something quite bonkers and quite complicated, because I feel like my brain needs it. I spend so many times just like on Zoom. Get me off Zoom, get me into a kitchen.
I did Zoom earlier for the first time ever, and I'm quite embarrassed to admit that. But it gave me a migraine. There was like 20 people on the screen all talking over each other. It was mad.
I can't deal with it. I've really had the funniest headaches over the last few weeks. I'm absolutely convinced it's just too much screen time. And then even when I'm like, do you know what? I might have a bit of downtime. I end up doing something with my brain. So I just need to stop. I mean, as we do this kind of split screen review at 8:30 on a Friday night, when I'm like, must stop screen time. Here's some more screen time. Amazing.
We should say to people that have just joined us, hello to everybody, by the way. Thank you very much for coming on board. And I hope you're well. And I hope you're safe. This is the lovely Sean Vickers, who, of course, is, well, 1/3 of Unflopped. We've got to talk about Unflopped because it's amazing. I'm a big fan.
So can it be like 34%? Not exactly a third. So Unflopped, I'm 1/3 Unflopped, which, for those of you that don't know, or you've been living under a rock, it is a music podcast, a music panel podcast, where myself and two very good friends, Stuart and Joe, talk about pop music songs that should have been hits but never quite were for whatever reason. So they didn't really chart very well, but actually they're real pop nuggets. And so we talk about the songs. Stuart and I bring a different song every episode, and then Judge Joe, with his amazing musical background, reviews the songs and picks a winner, and they are officially Unflopped.
It's such an amazing concept. I remember the first time I heard it, I just thought, this is genius. Why has no one done this before? Because nobody has done it before. It's such a great idea.
It's a little bonkers, and we're coming close to 60 episodes which we've recorded. So it's been going for a little while. We're in season 3. Thank you.
Well done.
No, we love it. It's amazing. It grows. I have to say, like, our listeners are incredible. So all very fab. So thank you for asking, Phil.
It must be really hard to, well, I was going to say hard to choose the song that gets Unflopped, because they're always really good songs. It's like choosing your favourite baby, isn't it, almost?
Yeah. Well, I'm not, in some ways, I'm lucky because I do not have that responsibility. My job is to just bring a real banger every episode and hopefully beat Stuart. And Joe's the one that has to work really hard because he has to be objective about all of this good stuff and decide between often two songs that are very, very different, which one is the winner. So kudos to Joe on this, really, because I just come out all guns blazing every week and just fingers crossed it's going to be a bop.
And they're always good songs. They really are. And it's, like I say, it's a brilliant idea. I can't believe you met on a dance floor as well. That's the best place to meet anyone, isn't it? Like-minded souls to meet on a dance floor.
Do you not just think that we all just met on dance floors? I just feel like, I don't remember a time when I didn't meet someone on a dance floor, you know? I feel like there's always some story about, you know, well, there was
It's
days,
usually
Phil.
it's usually at the RVT, isn't it? Ducky or some night at the RVT.
Exactly. So wherever you get your podcasts, so Spotify, Apple, Libsyn, we're everywhere. So wherever you get your podcast, you'll be able to find us. On all of the socials, we're Unflopped Pop. And that's where a lot of people come through with suggestions. So if you have suggestions for songs, that's where people come through. As I often say, wherever you send your nudes is where you send your suggestions. So anywhere you can send a nude, you can send a suggestion to us. That's how it works. So, and we have unflopped.com, which is our website. But if you play around, you'll find us pretty much everywhere.